loss in the World Cup still hurt us. It's still hurting us. We expected a lot in New Zealand. We started off very well in New Zealand, but as we progressed, I would also say that we were a little tad unlucky in losing the tosses on those wickets. All the other support staff in the team would readily agree, saying that Ravi gives you the free hand to work according to how you are comfortable. And I think that's a fantastic hallmark.
Hello and welcome to this special edition. An edition that's close to my heart of Lockdown But Not Out. Welcome Bharat Arun in this new avatar of a new beard and a new look, which is your lockdown look. So welcome to the show.
Lovely, a new lockdown look. Thank you so much.
How did lockdown go for you and what have you been doing?
I've been reading a lot. Time to rediscover myself. I did a lot of reading into other subjects, other sports and things like that. And also this has been big time into yoga and walking on my terrace for long periods of time.
Okay. Bharat, what's your take on sport behind closed doors?
Yes, we'll definitely miss the fans. Like you rightly said, whichever part of the world we are in, you can see a lot of Indian fans, and that makes us feel like we are playing in front of home. And with so many fans cheering for us, it's a great feeling. That without them, I think that is something that we're really going to miss. I don't know how it's going to be playing in front of quiet stadiums, but we definitely miss all the Indian fans. And
are you now looking forward to coming back? And what is the mood in the team? Is everyone sort of looking forward now to getting back on the path?
Yeah, they are just raring to go. They've been kept away from the game for so long. They've been working hard on their fitness. Now, when we regroup, I think it will be a very enthusiastic group.
Bumrah, Bhuvi, Shami, Umesh, Ishant. You have now molded them into a really strong unit, and there other people are also hovering around the corner like a Navdeep Saini and some other people. Tell me about this bowling group. How do you as a coach tend to them and the strengths of each, and are these people still, according to you, the ones who will lead Indian bowling going forward?
Yes, I see them together lead the Indian bowling at least in the next 2 seasons at least. But it is also important for us to have a very good bench strength. I think along with the new selectors, we need to formulate a plan where they unearth and they look at the new talent available, so that there's a healthy rotation of talent, so that the bench strength is also well prepared to take on any challenge in the future. As far as these bowlers are concerned, yes, it was about winning over their trust. And once you win their trust, it's about challenging them in all situations, even right from the net situations. They have been challenged and giving them a realistic right feedback time and again.
Let me ask you a specific one. Today's Ishant Sharma is a match-winning bowler by every yardstick any team would be proud of. What has Bharat Arun done to Ishant Sharma that has seen this transformation?
Either you create pressure by getting wickets or stopping the flow of runs. Okay? His lengths were immaculate, but the line was a little outside the stumps. Now we brought that lines more into this, forcing the batsman to play. And also he is very economical. And I think that did the trick to Ishant Sharma.
How are you looking at the next couple of months, 3 months?
This has been challenging time during the lockdown, but therein lies an opportunity in a challenge. So very rarely do international cricketers get this kind of time off. So they can use it well to work on their fitness. They can come back stronger physically. And we have been in regular touch with all the cricketers, talking to them. And they have been giving their weekly updates through the trainer Nick Webb and physio Nitin Patil. We've had all the reports about the progression made by the players. So that was pretty healthy. The next one was stage B, phase 2, when partially now the lockdown is lifted, but interstate travel is going to be a problem. But again, what the players are going to do is they will be going to their respective hometown the grounds that are available. They would do their running, and they would also combine it with skill work. And when they are free to travel, that is when we will all be meeting. But again, keeping the social distancing norms in mind, we would also be working with them in batches when the next matches would commence. So working back from that, it would take us at least 6 to 8 weeks for us to be internationally to play international matches, whereby we would be first working on skill and fitness in the camps, and then we'll progress on to match simulations, and hopefully if the BCCI can organize a domestic tournament just before we take on international matches, that would be great for us.
How are you looking at specifically the bowling aspect of the group that you have? Bumrah, Shami, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, whoever you, Ishant Sharma. How are you looking at your bunch, and what is the prescription that Bharat Arun is giving to each of them?
Honestly, I'm not too worried about the bowling because the bowlers have got ample time. They have had ample time in the last 2 months to work on strength and their fitness. It's very rarely does an international cricketer, especially our bowlers, would get this kind of time to work on their fitness. Also, this is a wonderful opportunity for them to get over the little niggles that they may have suffered due to a very long season. So I'm very confident that when we regroup, they would be really fresh and raring to go. Mentally, physically, they would be really raring to go, and that augurs well for them.
What's your take on no saliva, number one? What is your take, number two, on how much disadvantage does it put the bowlers in, and what is your solution? What do they need to do to overcome that disadvantage?
Now, no saliva is the first for all. So we'll really have to figure, it's a rule, and the rule is the same for both the teams. So we'll have to unlearn. It'll be difficult for the bowlers not to use saliva. So we'll have to, during the camps, we'll have to insist and make sure that they unlearn and they get over the habit of using saliva. As for the use of sweat, we'll have to see how much of sweat that we need to use on the ball, so that the ball stays really nice and shining for them to be able to swing the ball. So again, it's a matter of getting used to it. It's going to be on an experimental basis as to how much of sweat that we need to use on the ball. So it is something that we will be looking well, and I'm sure the bowlers will adapt to it pretty well and pretty soon. As far as any other substance is concerned, as long as the substance is uniform for all the teams, then it's fine. Otherwise, I feel we just have to wait and see how well it holds with the swing on the ball.
Bharat, does this put the swing bowlers at any additional disadvantage?
See, a lot of swing also depends on the kind of wickets that we are playing on. If the surface is too abrasive, the ball gets, there's a sandpaper effect on the ball. So we'll have to really wait and see. But overall, I think we'll have to just check out how the ball behaves with if the ball is going to shine well enough with the sweat without saliva. I think it will not affect the swing at all.
Okay.
And more so, if you are playing in conditions where the wickets are really true, there's a lot of grass on the wicket and the outfields are good, then the shine will remain on the ball for a longer period of time.
Okay. That Australia series will be pivotal or key as far as the World Test Championship is concerned. Your thoughts on that?
Yes, Australia is definitely going to be a challenge, but I think we have a team that will adapt very well to those situations. We know what the surface and what the conditions in Australia are.
There is this aura about Ravi. I mean, when he speaks in public, there is this booming Ravi Shastri voice. But tell me about your insight, your friend, colleague, head coach of the Indian team, Ravi Shastri's impact on the team.
See, Ravi is like a big brother in the team. For once that I think though he's the boss of the side, I'm sure all the coaches around would agree that he gives you a free run to express yourself in the way you know best. So he's never overpowering. He's never looking over your shoulder as to what you're doing. He sets the rules and he doesn't look at how you achieve them. He gives you the freedom to work. And also, as far as the players are concerned, he's very approachable. The players can go up to him and discuss anything under the sun, and they would be rest assured that they will not be judged, and he would give them, he would try his best to answer them in a way that would be satisfying to them. And also, I think this team staying together and being together as one single unit, I think Ravi's influence goes a long way in gelling this team together.
The World Cup has still eluded us. Even if the World Cup gets postponed, will that be a dream of this coaching unit?
The loss in the World Cup still hurt us. It's still hurting us, and we will probably go all out to see that we leave no stone unturned in our preparations to make sure that we do exceptionally well in the World Cup. To win a World Cup, I think we need to really plan well, and how far we execute our plans. I think the home conditions would definitely be a huge advantage, but then it still goes on to prove that we need to execute our plans really well.
Okay, last one, Bharat. What went wrong in New Zealand, and do you still say that India is in a very good position to make the final of the World Test Championship?
I would say India is still in a very, very strong position to make the final of the World Test Championship. Yes, New Zealand, yes, we batted on wickets that were far more, challenging than thing. But so we're not giving any excuses, but we've learned a lot, invaluable lessons in New Zealand, but that would hold us really good in doing better in the future.